Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Keystone Montana 3400 RL fifth wheel. I'll walk you around it, show you a few things, help you get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite, a few things to think about when parking. On your campsite, you have that big slide, but you're also going to have awnings on this side, so leave plenty of room for that awning to come in and out. On your off campsite, besides your slides, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to plug in all the way at the rear of the unit. Driver's side corner. And then your docking station is going to be up toward the front. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, you can unhook your hitch. Controls for the landing legs will be hidden back in here in this corner right here. You're just going to extend to raise, retract to lower, get it up off your vehicle, get your vehicle up out of the way, and then go ahead and use that to get your unit level. Once you got your unit level, we're going to go ahead and come to the rear here. We're going to bring down our stabilizing jacks here. These strong arms right here, we'll crank down. We're up in here, got the hand crank. Your rear stabilizing jacks will come down with a hand crank. Just make sure that you loosen up your strong arm here. Run these all the way down, preferably on top of jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Good way to distribute the weight. Put them down and run these down just until they're taut. Remember, we've already got our unit level. All we want to do is stabilize it. Once you've got these down all the way, go ahead and tighten this down. Repeat the same process up front. Got your landing legs, but you also have the strong arms, so make sure that you tighten those down. Once you got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power or water. Again, big long 50 amp cord plugs in here on the rear. At the end of that 50 amp cord, should you need, there's a dog bone that'll bring you from 50 down to 30. And then in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer in case you need to plug into a 110 somewhere. All right, got your power hooked up. Go ahead and hook up your water. Up front, here's your docking station. You got a light. Campsites, we're going to hook up to a city water connection. First and foremost, a water pressure regulator. Water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting water into your system here. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. Make sure your water bypass is off, your winterization is off. You're set to normal flow here. One last thing to check. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is located just above your tires here. And all we're going to do here is make sure our drain plug's back in. Get that in there nice and snug. Some plumber's tape around that like we got. That works better than putty. Putty will gum up on you. Then go ahead and turn that hose on. Now after that hose has been on for a little while, Go inside, open up your slides. Our unit's level and stable. We can get in there and open up our slides and open up all of our water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through our lines, get all the air out of our lines. Once you get a flow of water going through them, shut them off. Then you'll know your hot water heater is full. Then you can turn that on from indoors. There is an on-off electric element down here. Leave that to off unless you're hooked up to 110. If your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, you got a couple of reset buttons up here. Come to see if them are bubbled out. If they are, press them back in. All right, let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna use city water. We're gonna go dry camping or boondocking. In that case, we're just gonna fill up your freshwater tank. Yours is in your rear corner by your power. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose to gravity fill this. Two ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Once that fresh tank is full, shut that water off. Put your cap back on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you turn on your water pump inside. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up to camp with power and water. I'm going to walk you around the rest of the unit, starting at the front of your off-camp side with your propane. There's your regulator pointing toward the tank you wish to be using. Your big pass-through storage. We've got lighting here, landing leg controls. This spray port hose will quick connect right here for a hot cold shower. Here's where your winterize at. Here's your city water connection, and there's your black tank flush, which we'll talk about when dumping our black tanks and leaving the campsite. Over here is where you plug your cable in. Battery disconnect. That'll disconnect all the battery power to the unit. And then here's your low point drains. It's a convenient area to run your hoses down through. There is where we will pull our black and gray tanks. And there's the hose we'll hook up to do so. It's a flue for your furnace. Again, sewage connection under there. Your hot water heater again. That is a vent for your microwave. These are access panels to the back of your fridge. Sewer hose storage. Fresh water connection. Your power. You got a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof, and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Coming down your cab side, not much to talk about. You do have a couple of 110s out here. Your manual awning. We'll go over opening that up here in a moment. This is a stopper for your door. Again, your big pass-through storage. On this side, you have an extra fire extinguisher. Another light. The other side of your propane. Up front here, your batteries. Check your battery posts now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. And then your hydraulics for your leveling system. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside.
Talk, you talk.
Russ is going to walk you through bringing down your manual awning. Get that up there, and a hook and pull that out towards you. That will release that. You see that was unlocked. Just pull the whole thing towards you.
Tighten that up right there.
Rack
Release
it.
this lever here. Move it up in there.
Lift it up, lock that in.
Angle it for water runoff. Easy.
Same thing on both ends. You can bring it all the way up higher. Bring both ends down to put it away. Slide your arm back down and do the same down there. Now we're going to hook our awning arm onto our strap.
break some tension down off these manual awnings, and then hit the lever. So let's spin away from it. And then once I get it to start recoiling, I'll try to get it in the middle as much as I can. I can still reach it. Don't let it get away from you. Hook it on your arm. And just walk it up. Put your arm down. Mark the back side. Click it. Smash that arm together. And put that right there. And there's a little knob behind the arm right there. You can tighten that up. Nice and secure. It also detaches at the camper too as well.
And you can set it down.
Manual awnings are real strong. I like them.
Coming up into your unit, immediately to your left, I'd like to point out the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. Take you a quick walk through the living room. Not much to talk about. Your dinette, sofa, a couple recliners. You want to make sure them recliners are turned sideways for travel and strapped in. Kitchen or your office area here. Do have a computer data port you can hook up outside as well. Lighting here. You have a DVD player up here, TV down here. So that is a fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. If you're plugged in at a campsite, it's chilly in here in the morning, crank up the heat on this and it'll get it toasty in here. Instead of using up your gas, use their electricity to warm your unit up. There's your thermostat. Got your AC running right now. You can hear that blasting. Different modes. Go through up top. Furnace, fan, AC. Turn your temperature up and down here. The vacuum system down here. Plug in a vacuum hose. Back behind this panel will be where your bag is at on that. Coming into our kitchen real quick. Mention over here on the counter we've got a 110 with GFCI reset. And down here is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volts, always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, boondocking somewhere, nothing plugged in charging your battery, use a battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. Self-explanatory microwave. Below that we've got a light and a fan. Cooktop. This metal piece will fold back, makes a nice backsplash. Turn that to light. Hit it with a lighter and that'll light. Oven. There's a pilot light to get to. Oh, I stand corrected. There is a spark here. You'll hold that in, same time you're sparking it. That'll turn that on. So your lighter is on this end. But on the oven again, turn it to the pilot light. And then spark it up. Coming over to your Dometic fridge, up top. Push that on, we're on auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're on gas. Press that in, you're on gas. If that light comes on, check your gas. 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest over here. Now over on the wall to our control panel. Up here is our fantastic vent control. You can turn that on manually or raise and lower from here. That would be right there. Your slide control is all on one big hydraulic. One will come out, then the next one, we'll utilize that when we close the unit up. Ceiling lights, porch lights. Over to our left is where we will check our brand new battery. Fresh black and gray tanks. Down here is where you turn on your water heater. Here's where you turn on your water pump. Coming up into our bedroom slash bathroom. Make sure this shower door is secure for travel. Smoke alarm up here. Hand crank open vent here. Same thing in here, hand crank open vent with power exhaust. Another 110 with GFCI reset. This is for more lighting. Lighting here. It's your own separate AC back here that just runs off these switches here. Another TV back here. Make sure that your your closet doors are secure for travel. Make sure you snap them closed. There's your other TV working. And that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. Alright, I like to start by shutting off my ceiling lights. And then you'll walk through and you'll see there are a ton of individual lights in here that aren't controlled from this light. Go through and shut them all off everywhere. Go through your unit, shut off all your vents. Close all your doors and drawers. Make sure nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Turn the ceiling light back on so you can see. And we're just going to touch in. In is going to run in all of our slides everywhere. Again, make sure nothing's in between your slides and where they're headed. Doors and drawers are closed. Chairs are turned into travel position. Hit our lights and exit the unit. Exiting the unit. These steps are just going to fold up in. If we are out boondocking, we're going to get up underneath here. We're going to dump our freshwater drain right back in that corner. Otherwise, bring up your stabilizing jacks, unhook your hitch, your water, your power, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, parked accordingly. Your dump is going to be right in front of your tires on your off campsite. Get there, take your 10-foot hose, come with your convenience pack, hook that up, come on up here and pull your black tank. That's going to be your sewage. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, make sure it's empty. If it is empty, leave that black handle fully open, grab the hose at the dump station, hook that up to the sewer flush. Turn that on for a good 5 minutes. Wash all that nastiness out of there. When that's done, remove that hose. Make sure all that washout you just put in there has drained. Then close your black. Pull your gray tank. That's going to be cleaner water. It just sinks to your showers. While your gray is draining, open up your low point drains right here. When those are done and empty, if you're done for the season, go on to your hot water heater. Open up this pressure release valve. That's going to dump some hot water out of there, so be careful. When that's done, like that, push that back down, then you can pull your drain plug for your residual hot water. Again, come on back up front. Close your gray handle. Take that sewage hose, store it away securely and sanitarily, and head on home. Again, thank you so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Montana for many years to come. Happy camping.